You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the August 21st, 2024 meeting of the Michigan City Parks and Recreation Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org. Welcome and good evening to the Michigan City Park Board meeting for Wednesday, August 21. If you rise and repeat the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, if you call the roll before, and when you get to Roscoe, he's going to be here just late.
All right. Mr. Freed.
Here.
Ms. Sperling.
Here.
Mr. Glidden.
Here.
Mr. Labus.
Here.
And Mr. Hoffman will be 15 minutes late.
We have the minutes from our previous meeting of August 7. Are there any corrections or additions to those minutes? If not, we have a motion to accept them as printed.
We accept the minutes from August 7th.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Do we have any project updates?
I'll have one later in my report.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any old business?
No.
Table business?
Nope.
All right, we'll move into new business. We have the Park Department 2024 second quarter report. Again, really well done. There are a couple things in there. I'd like to thank Josan for donation of trash cans. I just hope the people utilize them. But thank you very much. And I know many pickleball players are excited about the courts at Critter. So nice going, Will. That made a lot of people happy.
Thank you.
And I think, yes, go ahead.
So before we get in too far into this, there are some discrepancies in the second quarter report that we found specifically in the golf course. So we actually want to table this until the next meeting.
Oh.
We're going to table the second quarter. Okay.
Sometimes when we table it, I have some notes about things. Can I mention a couple of things that they could be worked on before then, so we don't have to then not table it again, but
Okay.
unless anyone else wants to go first. Anybody? Okay. Let's see, page 5 of 22, the replacement stickers, it said we did 4 of them at $80. Didn't we talk about that being a higher price?
So the replacement cost of the. In 2024, the replacement cost is the cost they actually paid for the sticker. So the 4 were LaPorte County stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Had they been out of LaPorte County, it would have been $100 replacement, out of state, $150, but yes, we did change.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Under the park maintenance department, it said they spent 18 labor hours repairing the elevator floor at North Point Pavilion. Was that something that was damaged, or was it just old construction, I guess?
Water damage is the answer.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
I was gonna make
That's
that
good.
for that.
Take a seat, take a seat. Okay, and then, yeah, the golf course obviously is all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I spent some time on this. I'm like, this is not making sense.
Yeah, that happened to us as well. And Dave Szymanski actually went over and noticed some things as well. So,
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
we all were on the same page that we had to straighten some things up before we okay this report.
Okay. I mean, obviously the daily golf cart rentals and the cart packages are the exact same information. But besides that, will this include like the number of rounds and the green fees, all of that?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Same thing with the merchandise. Okay. And
Excuse me, page 9.
What's U-ball, sand basketball?
Uh,
It's a really mean sport that Will came up with.
I didn't come up with it, but U basketball is essentially it's a brand that came out. It's a type of basketball hoop that came out that allows you to put a basketball hoop virtually anywhere. The game U ball is actually a sand basketball game where you set up hoops in the sand and play this non-dribbling version of basketball, which we played after the beach workouts a few times just to kind of test it out. And next summer I plan on having a beach U-ball league in the summertime.
So the standard, we bought standards?
Yes, we bought 2 standards.
All right, thank you.
Just back to golf under concession sales, is there cost figures that will be presented to us as well, besides just revenue? Is there like a separate P and L for the?
Yes, so really disregard everything on page
Okay.
13 through 15.
Okay,
Yes, and we'll have a concession P&L.
okay. And then I think I just had one more on the zoo, page 19. There's attendance figures, but there's not actual revenue figures. Will those be available?
Oh,
And cost,
yep, I have that.
okay, that's it. Thank you.
Anybody else have a comment? Well, I had all the good comments first, then Diane covered all the other.
Oh, I'm
ones.
sorry. You got
That's
done
fine.
first.
No sense in going over it again.
Okay.
You did a nice job of covering them.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so any other comments? We need a motion then to table the second quarter report.
I move that we table the second quarter report.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We have a special purchase request to the park board kitchen refrigerator unit. We got a nice, well, I don't know if it's so nice, but we seemed like a thorough report on why that was needed. Elizabeth, do you have anything? Oh, yeah, okay.
Care about that.
I thought you were here to talk about that. Any comments, or questions about the refrigeration unit?
I was actually wondering, is there anything in the insurance policy that would cover any of that loss?
Not unless it's damaged by a storm or an accident. So the tree fell on the building and damaged it, yes, but not a mechanical failure.
Okay,
No.
okay,
I was
thanks.
just gonna ask about, okay, thank you. Any other questions? Do we have a motion then to accept the special purchase request for the kitchen refrigeration unit?
I would move that we accept the Zoo Diet Kitchen Refrigeration Unit special request.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. All the keepers and the animals will be happy.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
And we had August 2024 park board animal request. Okay, now,
Elizabeth Emmerich with the zoo. I'm asking permission tonight from the board to transfer out 2 of our Mara Cavey. We've had too many babies born this year, so these last 2 babies born, we wanted to place some. And then also we want to place our male lone porcupine that we have right now. The female had passed away, so he's by himself now. So we kind of want to go another direction, kind of ship him out. So and then he's got a value of about $500. Each cavy has a value for about $250.
do you have any inquiries as to picking these 2 animals up?
Not yet.
I have a question. How do you handle a porcupine?
Very carefully. So we use welding gloves.
Oh.
They have no quills on their bellies, so if we can scoop them up under the bellies, that's easiest. But if
I
not,
just wondered how you got to the belly. Okay, thank you.
yeah,
Had
ours
nothing
are
to do-
pretty comfortable with us being around them. We, hand feed them and stuff a lot.
Oh.
They're a little bit more calm than normal.
Okay.
It's fine. Thanks.
So it had nothing to do with the report. I was just curious how you move them around. Are there any questions or comments for Elizabeth? Hearing none, do we have a motion then to accept the request to transfer these two, actually three animals out?
I would move that we accept the animal collect request from Morris Park Zoo.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. Did you have a comment on something?
I was asking, I said, we're already first seat and looking up there at the clock. Right.
Sorry, Drew, I'm just,
I know it's your first time at all.
yeah, I was just questioning, like, we were already through item C and I'm looking at the clock.
We're getting really good at this.
Getting really good at it, or did Shannon start early?
No,
Sorry,
no, Drew won't let us.
move in the lake.
Hmm?
Move them in the lake.
All right, we'll move on to report of officers. Shannon, your superintendent report.
Yes, thank you. So I am happy to report to the board that the mural at the Gardena restroom shelter building has been completed. Will's going to pass out copies of those. I'd also like to invite the park board. We're having a neighborhood tailgate party to celebrate neighborhood art on Friday the 13th at 5:30 p.m. on the corner of Ann and Ohio Streets, where we're currently displaying the sculpture Crystal Effect that is on the back of the Gardena report. So we're inviting neighbors to come on out, hopefully walk. There's not a whole lot of parking in that neighborhood, but we will have free hot dogs, chips, drinks, desserts. And we just like to explain to the neighbors what our neighborhood art program is about, hear their input, and get ideas for future projects. So I'd love to see the board come out for that. Water Tower Park project is coming along nicely. The new walking trails in the parking lot have been completed. The basketball courts are almost complete. They're putting the final surface coating on and striping. Kids in the neighborhood are a little excited, so they've been going over there and playing. We're trying to keep them off the courts until the final striping's done. But I did ask the contractor, as soon as they are done, to redo the fencing and open that side of the park for play while the weather's nice. So we should probably see that, I'm guessing, by midweek next week. Cool. The large ground level slide will be coming at the end of this month. And then the final playground equipment at the end of September. So we're about a month behind schedule. I kind of expected that, though, with some of the supply chain issues that we're having with playground equipment. So we're looking at a ribbon cutting either in October, which is still usually great weather. If we get a really bad early winter, we may push that off till spring, but it's coming along nicely. We're currently receiving quotes for hail damage at the zoo and the golf course. There was extensive damage done to both. This will be covered under the city's insurance. So citywide, everyone is going through this process of assessing damage, getting quotes, and getting repairs done. The golf course did get their quotes to me, so you'll have that at your next meeting. The zoo is a little more complicated just because of the number of buildings that were affected, the ages of the buildings, the different type of roof styles. So Jamie's working on that right now. I'm also happy to report that the Indiana Department of Environmental Management chose Washington Park Beach out of all the Indiana beaches that they manage to do a feature video on best management practices to encourage other beach managers to adopt our practices of beach sanitizing, deep tining, covering our trash cans, doing water quality testing and notification for E. coli. We do have an ordinance in the city that you cannot feed wildlife anywhere on park or city property adjacent to Lake Michigan or Trail Creek. And then they also highlighted our beach marking system, which is somewhat unique across the region as far as giving you an exact location to call in an emergency. So I was really happy. We were the only beach chosen, and And I thank them for putting the video out there, and I encourage all the other managers to absolutely reach out to us if they need some help in establishing good practices for their beaches. Lastly, Mayor Angie and I presented the Fetters Alley All-Inclusive Playground and Fitness Park to the Health Foundation of LaPorte Board of Directors last week. This is the second time I presented to them. We did request a grant from them a little over a year ago. However, we didn't have enough funding secured, so they asked us to come back. So I have submitted an application for $750,000 for that project. And I'm hoping we get good news and award in the very near future. I'll keep you guys posted. And happy to report no vandalism since your last meeting. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for Shannon?
Congratulations on being in that video.
Yeah, that's-
Awesome.
It is really a nice star for Michigan City and Park Department and for everybody that helps. Will, Assistant Superintendent.
Yeah, so,
I had a question for Shannon real quick.
Okay,
Sorry.
sure.
too long.
I usually click it. I didn't click it so you could hear this like I normally do. Shannon, how far along are we with the funding? I have a number in my head, but I want you to confirm it for me. With the park, when we're doing the Washington Park.
Fetters Alley.
Yeah.
So if we're awarded the Health Foundation grant, I also submitted Lilly Foundation grant for $1 million in partnership with the mayor. If those two grants come in, we're fully funded. And that will be a $5 million renovation project. So it started as a $2 million project. It's really grown. Inflation, of course, has inflated our costs somewhat, but we've added some really cool features along the way through our stakeholder groups. So yes, fingers crossed, we will have funding by fourth quarter of this year and we'll go out to bid and construction in 2025, best case.
Yeah. Any other questions? Thank you. Thanks for that update on that, how much money it takes altogether. I don't think people realize that. All right, well, you ready?
Yeah, so our next Bike the City will be on Friday, August 23rd. We'll be meeting at Krieger Middle School and taking off for our 6.1 mile ride around 5:30 or just after 5:30 p.m. Everyone must wear a helmet. Excited to announce that the Blake Wesley camp for this weekend is completely full. It actually filled up in 3 days. The 100 spots filled up in 3 days. And Blake's camp was very excited about that. And they already said that they're excited to start planning for next year. They want to keep it going, keep growing their camps. You look like you about to flip it. Okay. Adult, so signups for adult softball, both co-ed and big bat and adult kickball, all end on Friday. So if you're still looking to sign up for adult softball or kickball this fall, rosters and fees are due on Friday. So contact the Park and Rec Department ASAP. And lastly, the tickets for the comedy show are on sale. I left QR codes for you guys to get on Eventbrite up there. It's available on Eventbrite, or you can contact myself or Antonio Conley for tickets.
When you were talking about the bike ride, you said that's Friday the 23rd, 5:30 p.m. Where is it starting?
Krieger Middle School.
Krieger, you said.
Yeah.
How long is the ride?
6 miles.
6.
It usually takes about 40 minutes. Any major crossings, we wait for the whole group to catch up to us so we can all cross together. We try not to leave anybody too far behind. So it's a nice stroll through the city.
Oh, that's what, so it's through the city?
Yeah, so the route, if I'm not mistaken, is starting at Krieger, going up Carwick all the way down to Lakeshore Drive, and then going down, coming back through Washington Park Boulevard, and then across 12 over to Springland and back down Springland towards Krieger. 6.18 miles, I think it was.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Is that for adults?
This for everybody. So we asked that kids under 10 years old are either tandem or trailered. I know 10 years old is kind of old for a trailered kid. If a kid can ride a bike by himself for that long, if a parent thinks he can, of course, it's up to the parent. But we ask that, like, you know, if you don't think that your kid can keep up, then you find a way for him to ride, or y'all just wait for a couple years. Yeah, but besides that, kids who can't ride, you want them to be in the trailer on the tandem, so you're pulling them. And we have people with electric bikes that come out. The oldest couple that's been out, we came out twice, are 80 and 82 years old. So I would say it's a wide range of people that come ride with us. It's actually getting a lot more fun every ride that we go.
Any other comments? Is that it, Will?
Yep, that's
Thank you. Get into the planning commission report, Mr. Hoffman.
The planning commission will be meeting on August 27th, sir. So
There was a Port Authority meeting this past Monday, but nothing to concern us. Zoological Society, Mr. Glidden.
The Zoological Society met on August 13th. They allocated $5,000 for animal care. They have a fundraiser coming up on September 7th. It's a boat cruise from 2 to 4 p.m. It's a fundraiser, $50. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and their next meeting is September 10th.
Thank you. Attorney's report.
Nothing to report, thank you.
Any director's reports? Department of Finance, Mr. Glidden.
I have the Michigan City Park Department claims docket for August 21st, 2024. Municipal, $123,523.43. Golf petty cash, $3,053.60. Total claims, $126,577.03. And I would move that we accept this claims docket.
second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have the payroll for number 16, 2024, 7/21/24 through 8/3/24, pay date 8/9/2024, and the total payroll, $128,510.25. And I would move that we meet this payroll.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have gifts and donations. Unknown zoo donation miscellaneous, $57. Unknown zoo donation miscellaneous online, $1,025.72. Mary Lou McFadden zoo donation in memory of Marilyn Jones, $50. And CK Designs Youth Baseball League donation online apparel fundraiser, $150.94. I would move that we accept these generous gifts and donations.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
For the zoo endowment, we have invoices totaling $834.30 were paid to Lowe's. Lowe's Red Barn fence replacement repairs, $514.80. And to Lowe's Red Barn fence replacement repairs, $319.50. And I would move that we accept these invoices.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The Board of Works invoices totaling $567,823 were paid at the 8/20/24 Board of Works Meetings 2 NIRPC for the Singing Sands Trail Phase 3 ACD Year 1 grant match. And I would move that we accept these invoices.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Credit card charges totaling $7,246.20 were paid to corporate payment systems for the following: NRPA annual conference registration, $865. Barker Mansion CKDC field trip, $80. Southwest Airlines service fees, $60. Southwest Airlines flight to Atlanta, NRPA conference, $376.96. SepticDirect.com Chloroway tablets for the splash pad, $4,723.20. AAZK National Office, AAZK Conference registration, $640. Friendship Garden, CKDC, field trip, $81. AAZK National Office, institutional reward, $205. Pardon me, not reward, but renewal, $205. And web restaurant store, zoo concession cups, $215.04. I would move that we accept these credit card charges.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Glidden. Comments from the public? Yes, sir. If you'd state your name and address, please.
Yes, this is Tommy Kolovic from 1316 Ohio Street. A lot of people on social media, they'd like to get an update on the status of the Millennium Park fountain. I know earlier this year, you had conversations about that. It's going to need like $500,000 in repair and maintenance costs and whatnot. I really don't personally see too much of historical value in that fountain. I don't remember that was put in, I think, 1999. That was one big crowning achievement of Mayor Sheila Brilson's administration when that went in. Now, a lot of people remember that. They really made a big deal about that. It was the former site of the Smith Brothers cough drop factory. They operated there for years and was torn down. A lot of people have great memories of that. And I've seen other photos after the fountain was torn, I think in 1966, the city used that to store all like the rock pile for their road salt. And I really think that ought to just be demolished and filled in so we can open that up for our public events from like our first Friday night concert. So I've been to a couple of those, are real nice, but just kind of going down there and having that fountain in the way of everything is just kind of in the way. And I don't think we should just have a non-functional piece of infrastructure stand there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, can I respond?
Yes.
We just received an assessment report on the fountain with preliminary budgetary estimates for either restoring the fountain to a working condition or demolishing it. So we will be meeting with the park board president and the mayor, our maintenance director, and ourselves in the next week or two to look that over and kind of start talking about what direction, how much money does the city want to spend. So we're in the process of looking at that.
Thank you for that report. Any other comments from the public? Comments from the board? Yes, go ahead, Russell.
I apologize. I was tardy. But I just wanted it's just something quickly, in our Q2 report. Thanks so much. It was wonderful. The thing I just want to say, I think that Golf Now was a great addition. Looking at the increase that we got from 2023 to 2024, I just want to say I just thought that was a nice addition. Looking at how much we were able to receive from the revenue.
So the board tabled the report tonight because
Because of Golf Now.
because
Yeah.
the golf numbers are not correct. They're
Okay.
inaccurate.
Oh man.
Well,
I'll retract.
I'm just gonna mention that, Roscoe.
Save your comment until the actual accurate numbers.
It's,
like, man.
it's tabled till our next meeting on the 4th of September.
Okay.
Brian,
Thanks, sir.
did you have something?
Yes, I do. That was funny. And I just wanted to mention about the parks and what's happening down there. We have the funding. Let me throw that over there. The funding looks like we're going to be ready to go here out there in Washington Park, and we've been looking forward to that for quite a while. I know Councilman Don Perbolinski has been really heavily involved with that, and so I'm sure if he's not watching and smiling when he hears about it, he's going to be smiling. He's been really involved with that. And then, of course, Water Tower Park. I'm glad to hear that there is enthusiasm and excitement of the kids trying to get over there at Water Tower Park. As I've mentioned before, I put a lot of work and a lot of time over there. There's a home court growing up. Hey,
Trying to hang on the rim.
no, I need a ladder to hang on the rim now. But I'm really happy that that's going to be taken care of as well. So, something to celebrate here regarding our parks here in Michigan City.
You don't got to hang on those courts. You can just crank them down. You don't need a ladder to get up there.
Fancy.
Fancy. Very nice.
Roscoe, oh, you made your comment already.
Yeah.
And you have any?
You had a comment regarding the Q2 report, if I can share.
Sure.
Able.
Diane?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you for coming up and giving your opinion. I think it's great. I think, you know, a lot of people in the city should give an opinion of that. It's going to be a tough decision and it does take up a lot of space. My husband and I were actually just there last night. We had like a little picnic and so I was looking at it and that's funny that you're here mentioning it tonight. So thanks for being concerned about it. And maybe we can even replace it with I'm just throwing this out there. I have no full opinion yet, but even something more modern as far as some water and light, you know, that wouldn't be as expensive to maintain. And, you know, we have to look at how much that is going to cost. I'm anxious to see that and to see where the best use is for that kind of money. So I just want to thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Jim? Yeah.
Kids are excited about the water tower park. I hear it at school and they're really excited. So I'm like, just chill till it's ready. But I know they're really, I've heard a couple kids already talking, hey, it's so cool. We get this, it's right there by us. And they're really looking forward to it being open soon. So thank you for all your work.
Yeah, Will told me he's excited. He can't wait to get out there too.
I bet.
Y'all know where to find me at. I take all bets.
Any other comments? If not, the motion to adjourn?
Oh,
Oh, yes, sir.
yeah.
You can use that one right there.
Like the first pitch. Yeah.
Yeah, hear me. How y'all doing? My name is Nicholas Greer. I've been a resident here in Michigan City for over 20 years, and my family lineage goes back over 100 years here in Michigan City. I'm an aspiring entrepreneur, and I'm looking to start a small entertainment business, and I also like event type of business. And we were looking to host an event August 31st out at the beach near Fedder's Alley. We had some miscommunication with everything as far as like permits and offering services as far as like food, drinks, things like that. So we still trying to host it because we have a lot of people who have reached out with their interests and coming to the event. It'll be like a Hot Wheels and like type of event where we hosting people with nice cars, old classic cars, things like that. We want to make it like an annual thing to where we'll host it and we'll actually provide trophies to the top best cars that come out based off like the judges that we'll have as well. Now this year we're trying to make it to where we just have like gifts for the top 3 car people. We feel like it'll be very appealing, not just for the community, but it'll also be like a very vibrant type of event that we'll be able to type of host like every year, have like an annual thing.
Nick did come in last week. I think it was Monday. He came in and asked, could he rent a space at the beach on August 31st? And my reply was, we don't rent out spaces on holiday weekends. And then we started talking about something completely different. But then this was sent to me today. His event day was promoting it on Facebook, and I wrote him, I was like, we didn't talk about this. And I was like, at this point, it's kind of too late for August 31st, but the best thing that you can do is come in front of the park board and present your case. And if the park board approved it, then we can work on what he needs to get it there before the 31st. But yeah, I told him the last chance was to show up today and talk to the park board.
And like seeing that the offering like the services to sell food might be a problem right now. I was trying to see if maybe we could just offer like a citywide barbecue, like citywide like community barbecue type of ordeal where like everybody's like open to like come out, enjoy themselves. Because we have a lot of people from different classic car groups around the region, not just within our city, that's interested and they willing to come out and enjoy themselves. And like that's really what me and the business that I'm creating is really about, just trying to provide some type of environment where it is loving, supportive, and where it's genuine. Like everybody just come out and really just enjoy themselves and have a good time, because like that's one thing we need within our city and our region, especially like for my age group and even the older age group and younger age group.
Nick, you were saying a community event, right?
Yes.
So you were also talking about possibly a community barbecue or something like that.
Yes.
Is there a charge for this?
No, it was going to be totally free for anybody to come.
So the barbecue or whatever it is would be free, including coming to the event. Anything it would just be a free event open to the community.
Yeah, because we've seen that permits might be a problem as far as like trying to sell some food right now. But we're also trying to make it to where it's like if we can take like donations, since that might be a problem, because we're trying to be able to basically like not come out of all my pocket really for everything. We're trying to make it for our future events. Once we get like our business actually established, we wanted to be able to provide services that we need to provide. We want to be able to get the permits we need, the licensing certifications that we need, and we all know that's costly. So we initially wanted to do it to where we sold the food, but now seeing that is an issue, we would like to offer it for free and just have people just come out and enjoy themselves. Because like I said, we still got a lot of people who interested and willing to come out. And it's like I didn't want to like cancel it, because that would be kind of feeling like last minute trying to cancel it on everybody who is interested.
I have a comment. First of all, I think it's awesome that you're an entrepreneur and that you want to invest in Michigan City. That is so cool. I think as far as this event, it is kind of short notice as far as, how we have to approve things. I mean, I kind of got a back will on that. And also with the holiday weekend, would you consider having it sometime in September? Because one thing you might run into, especially if you're giving away free food on a holiday weekend, is you might run out of food real quickly, or it might cost you a lot of money.
Right.
Because there's going to be a lot of people down there. I'm just wondering if maybe you'd want to do it on a weekend where the beach isn't already attracting a lot of people, to bring more people down and create an additional thing to do in the city.
Yeah, I was thinking about moving it back a couple of days or a couple of weeks. But then, like I said, we already got so many people who like want to come and already invested in coming. And as far as like the money goes, for this event, I really don't mind coming out of pocket for all the food we got going on. That's really the type of person I am. I love to give. I'm generous, so
That's nice.
I really don't mind that. As long as like I can somehow try to make it work. And I got a group of 9 other individuals behind me on my team and this building business that I'm building.
I would really like to see your written proposal so I could sit down and read it and look at it a little more in depth.
Okay.
Again, this weekend, the holiday weekend, I'm just not sure how things would work out there, but I would like you to write something up so I could read it.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
Yeah, just drop it off with Will or Shannon.
Okay.
Shannon, is it usually pretty full down there as far as the parking lot on Labor Day weekend? Or is there?
So yeah, a couple of issues. I just saw this on Facebook today myself. So one of the main issues is going to be Oktoberfest is going on in the park. It's a major event weekend. That's the reason that we don't rent facilities out, because we can't guarantee parking. The other major issue that was advertised on Facebook was your build a bar plan.
Right.
Meaning people are bringing alcohol into a central bar that has a bartender mixing drinks and then giving those out for free. That opens up liability. That requires an excise permit. It requires fencing of the area of service, and it requires security. So only 21 and over can get in. If you're selling food, I know you're just giving it away, just for the board's knowledge, if any money exchanges hands whatsoever, even if someone pays to get in the car show before they enter the premises, the city's liability changes, and that triggers a major event license agreement.
Yeah.
There's no issues with people coming into the park and trying to park near each other and great cars. individually, that's not an issue, but when it turns into an organized event, our liability changes again. So yeah, I would not recommend this for this upcoming Labor Day weekend because the details aren't worked out. My other suggestion is maybe try to get a meeting with the city event director
Okay.
and see if he would encompass your idea of a car show with Oktoberfest.
Right.
That would be an added benefit for people paying to get into the park, to have something else to do related to the festival. But on this short of notice, I think that's the only way that it's going to work out for the city.
Okay.
But again, if people just want to come in and park in their nice cars and you can find an area to put those cars together, that's fine. But if it's organized, it's just, there's too many requirements that you would have to go through.
Definitely. Okay.
But last comment, I guess.
Thank you, Shannon, for bringing, I was gonna ask about insurance. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other comment?
Yeah, real quick.
Yes, Brian?
Nick, I know Nick, and I want to thank you for bringing this. Now you can see you've created thought
Right.
on how to do this. And Shannon and Terry Greetham, I couldn't say his title, so it's Terry Greetham. All of these people will direct you the right way to be able to do something like this.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's so close to the event time
Right.
that they won't be able to do it. But you have obviously sparked thought, and now you'll just need to be put in contact with the correct people, talk to the right people. So possibly something can be done in the future. So I really respect what you're trying to do. And now that you've made it known to the proper people, I think, in the future, I think something good will be able to come out of this. They're not going to steer you wrong. They'll let you know what you can, cannot do, what the city can and cannot do. And I think it'll be all good. So I appreciate it that you came forth, and I like that bow tie.
I appreciate it, Mr. Devil.
Let me add, I was very straightforward with Nick when I hit him up, and I told him like, it's a long shot for this weekend, but you can come in and present your case. I want to reach out to anybody who has an idea. We're trying to build rec in the city, and we need ideas. I'm not afraid of doing the work to figure out how to make things work, but come to us early so we can figure out how to make it work for everybody. You know what I mean? We're not trying to tell everybody no, but we're trying to guide you in the right direction so you know how to jump through all the tape that we have to jump through.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other comments? Any other public comments? Anybody from the board? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.